They say that one person, they spoil certain group of persons' name, that at the end of the day, if care is not taken, they will use that same person name to generalize the good ones. The next video we are going to see is of a lady, an American, who was dating in Nigeria who did not have documents. As at the time she started, so many persons were against it. Even she on her own did not know anything, or rather the difference between somebody who has documents and person who do not have. How desperate some persons are when it comes to having proper documentation in the foreign land. She was being discouraged, but in the end, she followed her instinct that this is the kind of person that I want. So intelligent, so smart and all that. She never listened to people or those naysayers when it comes to that relationship. But today, she's so happy that she made one of the best decisions so far. That she didn't marry to this Nigerian, maybe her life would have been so miserable before now. Now, I do tell people that no matter how corrupt some persons might be, have it at the back of your mind. In midst of them, they are still the good ones. All you need to pray that God should help you to locate the good ones. No matter how some persons try to dent our image as a nation, we still have those who have integrity, who are so humble, those who believe in being truthful and having that moral that whatever they do to others, others will also do it to them. Now, hear this lady out who has been over 20 years in this marriage and she has never had any reason to regret. Have a happy viewing.
Dating a Nigerian with no papers. I'll keep it a buck. I met my husband online. We got married 3 months after dating. We both lived in the same city. He was parking cars for a living, so he was a valet. He did not have a career. I had a career, he did not. I had my own place. He was living with like 2 or 3 different people, so he was not really settled at the time. We've been married now 21 years. We have 2 children. But when I first met him, it was definitely different. I had a lot of people in my ear telling me, oh my God, he's using you for papers. He's lying. He probably has a family in Nigeria. Nigerians know how to lie. They're not this, they're not that. He probably hasn't been to school. Just all types of stuff. So I had a lot of people in my ear. But for me, it was new because I had never dated a foreigner before. So I had no idea about papers and what that meant. Like, papers, what are you talking about? Papers for what? So I had to quickly educate myself on what it meant to be with somebody that didn't have papers. So within that 3-month time span, we really got the opportunity to sit down, talk, date, and get to know each other. So I made an effort to kind of block out the noise and really get to know him outside of his documentation situation. I knew I wanted to get married. I knew the type of man I wanted to marry. I knew what I wanted to feel when I started dating and getting married to someone. And sitting down with him, I quickly realized he was a very nice person. He was kind-hearted. He was educated, had a great educational background, came from a very good family, just an overall good person. And so I liked him as a person outside of his documentation situation. Even though I'm telling everybody all these positive things, there was still a lot of negativity around marrying someone that, or being with a foreigner that did not have papers, and especially a Nigerian with no papers. There was a stigma around that. And I had no clue, at the time. But, after being in the situation, I decided, and we decided, because of how I felt about him as a person, to go forward and get married, right? And like I said, I felt good about it. There was no hesitation. I didn't have any second thoughts. He was just a really good person, and I just had a great feeling about him. So we made that decision. And I thank God that it ended up working out. We've been married, we have a great life together, and it worked out well. So ladies, what I would say, if you're dating a Nigerian or any foreigner without papers, do your due diligence. If it does not feel right, it's probably not right.